ni ṣùgbọ́n bọ́lọ̀ ń bá rí ọ nítorí àfẹnuyọ sòṣìṣẹ́ tí ń dùn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ jẹ́yìn náà rí ọ ọ̀pọ̀ àṣeyọrí lórí ìdàgbàsókè níjọba àpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ti ṣe ẹ̀já sọ díẹ̀ mbẹ́ ó pèsè ọkọ̀ lárìnká sọ̀fẹ́tótó agbègbè iṣẹ́ ibi kárí ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ àfikún àtìrúni lágbára fáwọn operation board dáyẹ́tẹ̀ ìwéré ilé àtàgbọ́ rẹ ó fi kún agbára ẹ̀rọ ayélujára bí òwìwí gbàwòrán àṣẹlẹ̀ pàjáwìrì sílẹ̀ ńbàdàn commissioning of mobile squadron unit lágbára rẹ ó dáwọ́lé múgbòòrò ètò ọrọ̀ ajé nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ nípasẹ̀ àgbẹ̀ farm of estate lákòfò èrúwà àti láwẹ́ pípín ohun ọ̀gbìn fẹ́gbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá àgbẹ̀ asphalt and equipment níjà yìí fífọwọ́síwé mi ni mo ní nǹkan mi sí ọ̀fọ̀ lóṣù péréte ẹgbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀ mílíọ̀nù fún dènà covid-19 àbítọ̀nà ọ̀dájú road lautech vehicle inspection center ìdíàpẹ́ ọ̀nà amáníyà ìjàyè sí sẹ́yìn àtàwọn agbègbè dágbègbè níbàdàn ó gbówó oṣù ọdún mẹ́rin kalẹ̀ fún ìṣẹ́fẹ̀yìntì àwọn olùkọ́ gbogbo ọ̀ọ́dúnrún òṣìṣẹ́ dádúró lọ́nà àìtọ́ ló gbà padà tó sì ń sanwó wọn déédéé abẹ́ gbariwo ó káṣọ ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́ta owó tóbi ń san ẹ̀kọ́ dọ̀fẹ́ ó kú ìwò tún kíláàsì ṣe ó fa lautech padà di tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ àtúnṣe pẹ̀lú ohun èlò fún ilé ìwòsàn alábọ́dé lọ́pọ̀ ọbí mélòó láwọn aka tàbá wa rẹni tí ń pẹ̀gàn ìjọba Ṣèyí Mákindé má pẹ̀lú ọ̀bọ̀jẹ̀kọ̀ ohun gbogbo tí ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ ní ẹja jọ wò.
Ọ̀yọ́ State Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism.
Good morning. You're welcome once again to your darling station, transmitted from the GSM studio at the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism. We're here again to refresh your memory on today's daily. This morning I have Nigerian Tribune with me, and I will only be reading the episode of Nigerian Tribune today. I'm Temitope Ojoawo. Before we go, let me quickly tell you that you can link us up on www.facebook.aloore.com. We are also featuring on YouTube at Aloore Radio. Our website still remains www.alooreradio.com, while our mobile apps is available on Play Store. Before we move far, let's into on the headlines of today's daily on Nigerian Tribune. Our most attractive story at the front page of the paper this morning says, terror attack, endless madness. Buhari order security forces with a byline that says, resign if security challenges are overwhelming. CSO tells Buhari. Governors and Nigerians problem by Falano. Government invade Imo community, kill 7 security guards. Stay on a headline this morning. We have a Motekun intercept 140 travelers in Ibadan, escort them to Ogun border. That story can be found on page 26 and 27 of this morning edition of Nigerian Tribune. 233 local government areas, 32 states prone to flooding by NEMA. Benno shot broader bans of wearing of face masks in Kagi State. High cost of diesel affecting my business by the former president of Republic of Nigeria, General Obasanjo, sustained that in Nepe Ajah road accident. Also, like the front page of Nigerian Tribune is a catching story of the lecturer on strike that reads, no lecturer has been paid since February. As so president on page 22 of Nigerian Tribune. Can't you stop acting like appendage of PDP? Ex-APC National Vice Chairman. Also this morning, we have NDLEA boss Makpuri Mimiri Labs in Lagos, Anambra, arrest to burial. With a rider that says, I will recover 258.74 kg melt. Prosecutor Chemical and Invages raid. And finally, at the front page of Nigerian Tribune, I'll go with an headline on page 26 and page 27 on the train attack. Government released 5 additional hostage. 15 Enugu abducted farmers released after 2 million naira ransom paid. With this headline, we will observe a very short break, after in which we'll go into the details of today's daily from Nigerian Tribune. Once again, I'm Temitope Ojo, welcoming you onto this special program. Please stay tuned and enjoy us more.
Ọgbà tí a sì jiná lóde ìrànjẹ́ làwọn aláṣẹ ìjókòtì tí wọ́n fẹ́ máa jẹ ọba ni wọ́n ṣe gàyà díẹ̀ náà ìlú ló láṣẹ ẹjẹ́ ìlú ó jẹun náà ìdí nìyí tó fi jẹ́ pé ẹ̀tọ́ ìlú là ń fowó ìlú ṣe nípìnlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ẹ̀rí bí ní ètò ẹ̀kọ́ wa ṣe ń dògèrè LAUTECH ti tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ilé ìwòsàn alábọ́dé bíi 40 ló ti wẹ̀wọ̀ ọ̀tún pẹ̀lú àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tòun tòògùn àti irinṣẹ́ tó kójú owó iṣẹ́ sì ti fẹ́ẹ̀ parí pẹ̀lú lórí 100 míì jákèjádò ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ààbò tó dájú òun ohun amáyédẹrùn ní ìṣokùnfà ìdásílẹ̀ iléeṣẹ́ ńláńlá láwùjọ òun náà nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ fi wà nípò kẹta nínú àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ tí ń pawó wọlé jùlọ lábẹ́lé nílẹ̀ wa ọ̀pọ̀ ọ̀dọ́ ló ti láǹfààní ẹ̀kọ́ṣẹ́ iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ lọ́nà ti gbàlódé táṣeyọrí yóò sì jẹ́ kó ń jẹ́ sùn wà bọ̀ láìpẹ́ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àtòṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì ń gbowó wọn lásìkò pápá àṣírí Adámàsìngbà àtàwọn inú ojú pópó tí ń sòrú dọ̀sán ńkọ́ àwọn ìlú ti sọ fásì ìwádùn níṣèjọba yìí fi ń mọrírì gbogbo àwọn aláṣẹ gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé ló ń sọ fún wa pé pẹ̀lú ìṣọ̀kan wa oòrùn tó kù lókè yìí ó táṣọ gbẹ.
iléeṣẹ́ ètò ìròyìn àṣà ohun ìrìn àjò afẹ́ tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ló ń kéde.
You're welcome back and many thanks for staying tuned. My latest story this morning can be found on page 2 of Nigerian Tribune. Terror attack and there's madness. Buhari ordered security forces. President Muhammadu Buhari on Thursday said his administration has given security forces for freedom to end attack in the country. While paying his condolences to those who lost their loved ones in the recent terrorist attack in Sokoto, Kaduna, and Plateau State, the president affirmed that his administration has given security forces full freedom to deal with and bring to an end this madness. A statement issued by Garba Shehu, Special Senior Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, revealed that the President revealed the situation following reports on the loss of several lives in the attack and assured of all possible support from the federal government to the state. He said, and I quote, "I condemn this barbaric attacks on the country and wish to assure the states of all possible support from the government of the Federation. My thoughts are with the bereaved family. May the injured recover quickly," said an head of quote. Terror attack and this madness. Buhari order security forces. And still on page 2 of Nigerian Tribune. That fund instituted to 1 billion naira center on research skill in Yabatech. Tertiary Education Fund takes fund that instituted a 1 billion naira center of excellence on research and skill development at Yaba College of Technology in Lagos State. Rector of the institution, Obafemi Omokogbe, disclosed this at the opening ceremony of the college made an inter-school research fair exhibition and award held at the college hall. He said the center is designed to sponsor staff research works as it only required the follow-up of essential guidelines to access the TED fund. He said the research fair will afford the participants to share innovation knowledge and also present the works to the world for recognition, promotion, and subscription for both public and private sector. Please, you can read further on page 2. TED Fund instituted a 1 billion naira center on research skill Yabate. Still on the same page, Shettima will be equitable, just, inclusive if elected. The vice presidential candidate of All Progressive Congress APC, Senator Kazim Shettima, has assured Nigerians that when elected, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration will be just, fair, and inclusive to all Nigerians, irrespective of tribal, religion, and political affiliations. Senator Shettima stated this on Tuesday at a one-year memorial service for Dr. Emmanuel Abiodun, father of the governor of Ogun State, held at the St. James Anglican Church, Iperuremo, Ikene local government area of Ogun State. We need to build a new nation because the hope of the black man is on Nigeria. The onus is on us to secure the future of the children yet unborn. He said further, and I quote, "I want to assure Nigerians that we are going to be just and fair to all Nigerians. We are going to be all-inclusive because no society can strive on injustice, as would be an encompassing, all-embracing government." End of quote. Shettima, we will be equitable, just, inclusive if elected. And further on the same page of Nigerian Tribune, Ibadan Circular Road, Abuja Court issues restraining order against Cranebourg construction on your government holders. Justice J. Enobe Obano of the Federal High Court Abuja Judicial Division has issued a restraining order against Cranebourg Construction Company Limited from interfering with the activities of ENL Consortium Limited on the east end wing of the proposed Ibadan Circular Road. Also restrained were the Oyo State government, Fadili Tali, Mohammed Abdullahi, and the Attorney General of Oyo State. While ruling on a motion deadline on FCT H6/M/8903/2022, Justice Obano held that having carefully gone through the relief bench sought in motion number M/8903/2022 and also having gone through the affidavit evidence and 7 exhibits in support annexed thereto, as well as the written submission of counsel, the court is satisfied that the application is meritorious, hereby granted, and order made a plea, pending the hearing and determination of the motion on notice. Please get the rest of the gist on page 2 of Nigerian Tribune. Ibadan Circular Road, Abuja Court issue restraining order against Cranebourg construction on your government orders. And lastly, on that page, Okowa swearing 5 new commissioners. 5 new commissioners in Delta State were on Tuesday sworn in by the state governor, Dr. Ivei Okowa. The new commissioners are Dr. Kingsley Ashibogo, Higher Education, Dr. Darlene J. Human and Community Development, Dr. Govri Enita, Agriculture, Chief Antonio Voji, Project Monitoring and Audit, and Mrs. Inkechi Enuma Chukura, Get Child Entrepreneurship Development. Performing the ceremony, Okowa congratulated the commissioner on the appointment and urged them to justify the confidence reposed in them, especially at this critical period that the administration has handed the last lap of its tenure. According to Okowa, who is also the vice presidential candidate of People's Democratic Party in 2023 general election, with less than a year to the terminal date of this administration, every remaining minute counts as we strive to finish. End of quote. You can read further on page 2 of Nigerian Tribune. Okowa swear in 5 new commissioner. On page 3 of Nigerian Tribune, can she stop acting like appendage of PDP? Elsa, former National Vice Chairman, South of the All Progressive Congress (APC), Honorable Hilary Hayter, has fought the opposition to the single faith ticket of his party by the leadership of the Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN). Hayter made a declaration on Tuesday while speaking with announcement at the party national secretariat in Abuja. He recalled that a certain clergy picture campaign with the main opposition party, the PDP, in 2015 and 2019, even when a pastor of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, was a running mate to President Muhammadu Buhari. Please read further on page 3 of Nigerian Tribune. Aleshi lawyer, ex-Agon chair in Oyo dumps APC, pays Accord reps ticket. The immediate past chairman of the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria, Agon in Oyo State, and former chairman of Oluyole Local Government Area, Prince Ayodeja Bas Aleshiloye, has dumped All Progressive Congress (APC). He has pitched his tent with the Accord Party in Oyo State, where he plans to contest for the Oluyole Federal Constituency in the 2023 general election. Speaking at the official declaration before a mammoth crowd of party faithful at the Muslim Grammar School Odincho Ibadan, Aleshiloye realized his achievements during his time as local government chairman. Said his decision to contest the House of Representatives seat was beyond personal ambition, but a call to duty to serve his people. Read further on page 3 of Nigerian Tribune. Osun APC member protest in Osogbo call for removal of party chairman with a rider. Protest and the work of Aregbesola supporters. The chairman, member of the All Progressive Congress (APC) in Osun State on Tuesday, called for the removal of the party chairman, Prince Gboyega Famodu, for allegedly mismanagement of the party's resources. The member, who trooped out to the streets of Osogbo in large numbers, also called for the restructuring of the party, saying Famodu lacked what it takes to deliver the state for the party in the forthcoming general election schedule for year 2023. Armed with placard with different inscriptions that read, Osun APC need restructuring, Famodun must go. Save Oshun APC from total collapse. Sack Famodun. Aregbesola is the soul of APC progressive politics in Oshun. There's no life in Oshun APC again. You can read further on page 3 of Nigerian Tribune and still on that page. On insecurity, God knows are Nigerians' problem by Falana. A senior advocate of Nigerian Sun, Mr. Femi Falana, on Tuesday blamed the security challenges befitting the country on governors in the 36 states of the Federation. Falana, frontline human rights activist, submitted that the governors in the country are not ready to defend the democratic rights of people they are administering. He spoke at the public lecture with the theme Good Governance or Misgovernance, the contract called Democracy, which was held as part of activity marking the 50th anniversary of the Abeokuta Club. The event held at the Millennium Hall in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. Falana, who was one of the discussants at the anniversary, moderated by the Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka and chaired by Mr. Fola Adiola, said that Nigerians cannot enjoy dividends of democracy in an insecure environment. Please read further on page 3 of Nigerian Tribune. And on page 4, Buhari wants a new vote against interference in 2023 general election. President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday warned new accredited foreign ambassadors against interference in the 2023 general election, just as it is disclosed that the Nigerian has made progress in tackling its security. Receiving letter of credence of the Canadian High Commissioner to Nigeria, Ambassador James Kinsey Ford, and Ambassador of Mexico to Nigeria, John Alfred Miranda Ortiz, at the Presidential Villa Abuja, but recommended the collective efforts of national onward tackling security challenges across the globe and within Nigeria, urging more collaboration to check terrorism, banditry, and insurgency. Let's read further on page 4 of Nigerian Tribune. And before we observe our break, quickly on page 5. Resign, insecurity, socio-economic challenges have overwhelmed you, CSO tells Buhari. Coalition of civil society organizations under the aegis of the Nigerian Civil Society Situation Room on Tuesday told President Muhammadu Buhari to wake up to his responsibilities of ensuring the security and economic restoration of Nigeria, or resign if the challenges have overwhelmed him. The coalition, which consists of over 70 CSOs and which spoke through its convener during a press conference, Mrs. Ene Obi, also called for a thorough investigation into the attack on the Kuje Medium Security Correctional Facility. It also called for the removal of the Minister of Interior, Benirao Aregbesola, as well as those responsible for guarding the prison. Please read further on page 5. Okeogun stakeholders endorse Aloore as political leaders. Stakeholders and political leaders in Okeogun have unanimously endorsed the Deputy Governor of Oyo State, Mr. Bayo Lawal, as the overall political leader of the region. The leader made the declaration on Tuesday when they paid a call to the Deputy Governor at his residence in Ibadan. In a statement made available by the Senior Special Assistant on Media to the Deputy Governor, Omolere Ometo, Chief Jacob Adetoro spoke on behalf of the region leader and the PDP stalwart from the 10 local governments who were represented. Still on page 5. High cost of diesel affecting my business, says Obasanjo. Former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo has expressed a worry on high cost of diesel, saying the development has adverse effect on his fish businesses. He spoke at the residence in Abeokuta on Tuesday during a congress of the Southwest Fish Farmers Press Sustainability Group, noted that fish farmers in the country might run out of business due to daily increase in price of fish seed and cost of diesel. With that, we observe a very short break. Please stay tuned.
ló ń jẹ̀dá lọ. tá a bá rẹ̀ ní ta kórìíra. táwa fẹjọ́ ẹ̀sùn ọlọ́run wípé kó má dépò. tọ́lọ́run wa gbégbé ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ dépò tán. èèyàn gbà fọlọ́ ni o. kí ló dé ẹni tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ọ̀tá ọ̀lẹ. abiyamọ ọ̀tá gan. wọ́n ní pàkútì ọ̀tá ẹni èkó dọ̀yà. ká mẹ́yìn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ọ̀tún mẹ́yìn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ òsì. ká fẹ́yìn ní dẹ́nu sẹ́yìn ẹni tí ò ní yin ni ò ní yin ni. ẹ pé gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé ò ṣe nǹkan kan kò ṣe nǹkan kan. pẹ̀lú àfojúsùn òkú mẹ́rẹ̀ ẹni tó gbé lọ́wọ́ tó ló ń sìn fún ṣe lọ. akitiyan Ṣèyí Mákindé lójú ọ̀nà ètò ẹ̀kọ́. ó ṣe káńsù ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́ta tó bí ń san lórí ọmọ kọ̀ọ̀kan. ó ṣe ẹ̀kọ́ dọ̀fẹ́. ó pínwé ó tún yàrá ìkàwé ṣe. bẹ́ẹ̀ ló falẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ gíga LAUTECH padà di tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. ètò ìlera ńkọ́. àtúnṣe pẹ̀lú gbígbé sóhun èlò ìfúnlẹ̀ ìwòsàn alábọ́dé. ẹ̀wọ̀n laboratory tó wà nílé ìwòsàn ní Ọ̀yọ́. àwọn ọkọ̀ ambulance gbogbo wọ̀nyí ńkọ́. ìgbìyànjú Ṣèyí Mákindé lórí ìkétò àbólẹ̀mú náà nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ńkọ́. ó pèsè ọkọ̀ fáwọn agbófinró kí wọ́n máa fi yíde patrol ní tìkútòrò ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. operation boss tó kó fún wọn láyé tẹ̀. ìwéré ilé àtàkùn ààrẹ. CCTV camera lójú pópó l'Íbàdàn. commissioning of mobile squadron units lágọ̀ ààrẹ. tó wá dà bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ máa gbéṣẹ́ yóò ṣe nǹkan kan. nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ wa ìtẹ́tọ̀ ọ̀gbìn náà wọ ìjọba gbà. ó ṣàgbékalẹ̀ farm estate Akúfò. èrú àti awẹ́ lábẹ́ òsádà. ó tún fẹ́ gbẹ̀rún lọ́nà ogún àgbẹ̀ léso kí wọ́n gbè lóko wọn. ó mójútó ìdókòwò tó lè máa pawó wọlé fún wa nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. asphalt àti quarry plant níjàyè. gbogbo ẹni tó ń ṣe sí ọ̀fọ̀ ilẹ̀ rẹ̀ báyìí nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ní kíákíá ìrọ̀rùn ló ń bá dé o. ẹgbẹ́ gbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀ owó tó gbé kalẹ̀ fún dènà COVID-19 nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. bó ṣe fanu ló ń ṣọ̀nà ló ń ṣomi. owó oṣù àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ yàmọ̀. bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn òṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì gbẹ̀tọ̀ wọn déédéé. a ní ẹ̀rìn gbòòrò wò kẹ́rì iṣẹ́ tí Ṣèyí Mákindé ń ṣe ẹlẹ́ràáyè. ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. ṣé wàá rí báyìí kọ́lọ́wọ́ kan tẹ̀lú. ẹ kí sáwọn tẹ̀m̀bẹ̀lẹ̀kọ ẹ̀dá tí wọn kì í ráṣeyọrí ẹlòmíì. ẹ jẹ́ gbàrúkú tí ẹnjìnìá Ṣèyí Mákindé kó kẹsẹ̀ járí. lójú pọ̀nà àfojúsùn kó mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin tó gbé lọ́wọ́ yìí. ẹ̀yin ará bí ẹ fọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀.
ẹ ò gbọ́dọ̀ fàjà mi àgbẹ̀ máa dùn.
ìkéde ìwà láti lè ṣe ìròyìn àṣà àtìrìnàjò afẹ́ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́.
You're welcome back and thanks for staying tuned. 253 local governments in 32 states prone to flooding by NEMA. The Director General of the National Emergency Management Agency NEMA, Mr. Mustafa Ahmed, on Tuesday, said the agency has identified 233 local government areas in 32 states and the FCT that have been predicted to experience flooding in 2022. According to the News Agency of Nigeria, he made this disclosure at a national consultative workshop on 2022 flood preparedness mitigation and response organized by the agency in Abuja. Ahmed said that the workshop was one of the steps outlined by the agency to bring stakeholders together, stressing that the workshop was aimed at collectively preparing and providing for strategies to strengthen flood risk mitigation and effective response. According to him, this followed the 2022 seasonal climate prediction released by Nigerian Meteorological Agency (NIMET) and the annual flood outlook released by Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency. Please get the rest of the story on page 22 of Nigerian Tribune. Amotaco intercept 140 travelers en route Ogun from Sanvera in Ibadan. About 140 travelers from Sanvera State heading to Ogere in Ogun State and were loaded in a truck were intercepted at Bodija area of Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, by men of the Amotaco Corps on Tuesday. Some residents around Bodija market area had notified the Amotaco personnel of their suspicions on Saturday. Truck loaded a bag of onions, beans, potatoes, motorcycle with travelers of northern extraction, comprising men, women, youth, and children served in between. The stock was subsequently moved to the Amotekun office at Danda Road, where the travelers were interrogated, while items in the truck were overloaded and the truck searched. Please read further on page 27 of a Nigerian Tribune. Fairgrapes Osun residents as ritually skilled pluck 65 years old woman's eyes. Residents of Elisha in Osun State are now living in fear following the killing and plucking of the eye of a 65-year-old woman, Mrs. Oluyemi Tumishe, by suspected ritualists on a farm at Fadans area of the town. It was gathered that the woman had been declared missing since July 30 before her body was found by family members on a farm last Saturday with her two eyes plugged. Confirming the development, the State Police Public Relations Officer PPRO, Mrs. Yemisi Okmalola, said the incident was reported at the police station in Ilesha by one of the deceased children, who identified himself as Dare Oluyemi, at about 1 p.m. on Monday. Also on insecurity, 5 more victims of Kaduna train attack regained freedom. The negotiation between the federal government and terrorists who abducted over 60 passengers on the Abuja-Kaduna train route to Komamu has said 5 more victims of the train attack have been released by the terrorists. The Abuja-Kaduna train was attacked on March 28, resulting in the death of 9 passengers, while over 60 were abducted by the terrorists. It was learned that with the release of the 5 passengers, 37 are so far been released, while 35 other kidnapped victims are still with the terrorists. Read more on page 27 of the Nigerian Tribune. And still more on insecurity. Gunmen invade Imo community, kill 7 security guards, injure 2. And also Abuja-Kaduna train services to resume after all abducted passengers reunited with family. On the same page, there's a headline that says Kogi governor shot brothers, bans wearing of face mask in public places over insecurity. And with those headlines, we shall draw the curtain for today's edition of the newspaper review on your darling station Aloore Radio, where we transmit it from the GSF studio at the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism. I'm Temitope Ojawo. Till tomorrow, when you have another critical review of the daily, I say enjoy your today and stay tuned for more of a program for today. Bye for now.